At present, there is a mobile app called My Hong Kong G. The app is developed by the Hong Kong International Airport to provide different kinds of information to the users, such as flight schedules, facility details, and special arrangements of the airport. The app also integrates chatbot technology to provide better user experience. However, the chatbot lists only the information of the facilities with general details, such as locations, opening hours, and contacts. Although the information could be provided in an interactive way, it is still not specialized according to the needs of the users. The current epidemic has been going on for more than 2 years, and our daily life has been greatly affected. The impacts are particularly evident at airports where many flights have been detected and international traffic has been reduced. Due to this pandemic, we understand that manpower constraints will greatly impact airport operations. In the face of the current situation, the importance of technology and smart tools is particularly prominent. In order to meet new normal and prepare for the resumption of the normal operation of the airport after the pandemic has eased, we hope to design a personalized chatbot. The main function of this chatbot is to give suggestions and guidance to the travelers on the shops, restaurants, facilities, and services at the Hong Kong International Airport. The chatbot will provide personalized responses based on their requirements and preferences in these 3 areas. We hope to improve passenger experience and satisfaction with the Hong Kong International Airport through this chatbot. After pressing Accept and some permissions, we can see that My Hong Kong G will remind you to register an account. If you reject first, never mind, you can register later in Me. In the registration system, if you accept the system to use your camera, you can scan your flight tickets and you will find that the system will help you to auto-input some basic information, including the ticket details. Also, you need to choose your preferences. These 2 information are very important for the chatbot to provide personalized suggestions. After finishing all the information, you can press Sign Up. If you want to update your next flight, you can press the Update Your Flight button. You can see that your ticket is updated, but other information isn't changed. Now we can introduce the chatbot's main page. The details are presented earlier. If you want to eat fast food, you can see that the chatbot will provide different information about the restaurant for you, including opening hours, locations, and so on. When the Go to Website button is clicked, the user will be directed to the in-app browser showing the contents of the restaurant. User can browse the contents of the website as usual. When the user closes the website, he will get back to the chatbot conversation. When the user clicks the Order button, they will be redirected to the chatbot's ordering system. In the ordering system, the menu will show all the categories. For example, if we click the extra value meals, the available foods inside this category will be listed. Users can click on the food and add it to the shopping carts. After that, the details of the foods added to the carts will be displayed. Users can modify the properties of them in this page, and estimated finishing time is shown on top of the page. User can click the Checkout button to go to the next step. This is the checkout page. User can choose the ordering formats, which is provided by the restaurants. If the user clicks on the Pay Now button and there is some required information missing, the field will be highlighted in red to remind user. For example, if you choose to pay by credit cards, the fields will be prompted for filling in the card's information. If this is the first time for the user to pay by credit cards, the system will ask the user whether to autofill in by scanning his credit cards. If the user agrees, the camera will be turned on. User can place the credit cards inside the scanning area. Once the card is detected inside the area, it will start scanning the card details. When the scanning process is completed, the field will be filled in automatically. In this case, the security code is not detected. Therefore, user need to enter the code manually. User can choose whether to store the card details into their account or not. If all required fields are filled in, user can click the Pay Now button to continue. A review showing all the details will pop up for user's confirmation. If everything is correct, user can click the Pay Now button again to complete the payment. If the payment is completed, the order confirmation will be shown to the user. In this page, the order number and query number will be shown to the user for reference. User only need to present the QR code to the restaurant and get the food. Although the QR code will be shown in the chatbot conversation, user may also download the code for convenience. There is also a navigation function showing the route to the restaurant. In this case, the GPS function is in use to obtain the current location of the user. The navigation is shown to the user together with the estimated time to get there, and the distance to the destination is shown at the bottom of the page. When we back to the chatbot conversation, we can find that the confirmation and the QR codes for the order. Now, you close your chatbot. When you open it next time, it will ask you whether to keep the chat history. The notification will just show once. You can change it later. Then we will demonstrate the chatbot's basic features, including detecting the keywords like eat. It will show the restaurant type of error. The chatbot will respond cannot detect the word and provide other suggestions. Okay, now I'm demonstrating the different use cases. The first case is the unregistered user without GPS permission. In this case, the information that the chatbot can provide to the user is only the basic information about the restaurants and the classification of the restaurant, like fast food, Asian food, and so on. Case 2. Unregistered user with GPS permission. In this case, the chatbot will provide the recommended restaurants to the users from near to far. You can see the distance of these fast food restaurants. Case 3. Registered user with GPS permission and flight tickets. In this case, the chatbot can provide the recommended restaurants to the user immediately instead of the user pressing the buttons one by one to choose what they want to eat. Of course, the users can still choose other restaurants by pressing more choices. Case 4. Registered user with flight tickets but closed the GPS permission. In this case, the chatbot will select the restaurants with the user's preferences and flight time, such as the time that transit passengers stay in the Hong Kong airports, to give suitable recommendations for the user. Case 5. Registered user with GPS permission but do not scan flight tickets. In this case, the chatbot will provide the restaurants based on the user's preferences and distance. However, if the user's favorite type of restaurants are too far away, the user can ask the chatbot to provide other choices. It depends on their needs. This case shows that the user's preferences will be considered before the location. Case 6. Registered user with GPS permission and flight ticket and is inside the airport area. In this case, chatbot's recommendation will be the most comprehensive because the chatbot can filter out the most suitable restaurants for the users according to their preferences, locations, departure time, and so on. So you can see the chatbot has suggested McDonald's directly. Case 7. Registered user with GPS permission and flight ticket, but he's not in the airport area. In this case, chatbot will give the user suggestions based on the system time. However, since these restaurants may not be opened when the user arrives at the Hong Kong airport, chatbot will ask the user if he needs to provide some restaurants that are still open after his arrival. If user presses yes, we can see that the chatbot will provide other suggestions. When the user do not have other inquiries, then the chatbot will say goodbye.